Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Decidedly Vanilla Season 5. It is episode 24, and I have not uploaded a video to the channel for like the last 2 weeks, so I think I owe you guys a little bit of an explanation. If you haven't seen my tweets on Twitter, or if you're not in our Discord server, then you won't know that I basically moved with no notice whatsoever, like literally 20 minutes, and then I didn't have internet for the 2 weeks, so that's basically why I was away. And if I sound weird or different or strange or echoey, and I know I sound a little bit echoey, not sure if I can fix it, but yeah, I'm in a different room now, so it's only natural that I sound a little bit different. Hopefully I can fix the audio weirdness. I'm not sure if I can, but hopefully I can. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit more of a talky episode. However, we are going to be getting some stuff done. So we're going to be working down in our farming area of the base, and we're going to be setting up a whole bunch of different crop farms. So we actually already have a ton of area mined out down here, and all of this is chunk aligned. So as you can see, this is chunk aligned right here. We got this over here chunk aligned, this second chunk, and then the third chunk over here is mined out as well. And this is just enough room for 9 villager-powered crop farms. I'm thinking we'll do 3 carrot, 3 potato, and 3 wheat if we can. I think for wheat, we're gonna have to do some weird shenanigans with mine carts. I'm not really interested in that, so maybe what we'll end up doing is we'll just, end up doing like 6 potato farms and 3 carrot farms. So kind of a lot has happened since I was away. For instance, we hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, which is incredible. I really was not expecting to hit it. With the timing that we did, like I knew we were probably gonna hit it in October. I was guessing by Halloween we would probably be around 10,000, but we hit it like 2 days after I left. We hit it on Sunday, I left on Friday. Wow, it was just, yeah, it's incredible. So thank you all so very much for that. I'm kind of really at a loss for words for it. I'm not entirely sure what we should do, but we should absolutely do something for it, because it's not every day that you gain another digit on the channel, because it's just not. Like, by gaining another digit on the channel, we've grown times 10 from where we were before. So if you think about it, like we were at 1,000 before, and by hitting 10,000, we're now at, 10 times what we were before. It's kind of incredible. Yeah, just thank you all so very much. I definitely want to do something interesting for 10,000, because I haven't really done like a special for anything recently, and 10,000 is just like, that's just pretty cool. So thank you all so very much for that. Seriously, the support on the channel in this last year and just the last couple months in general has been absolutely incredible, for lack of better words. Seriously, just thank you all so very much. And I'm looking forward to many more years making videos for you guys, doing adventures, going on adventures, making many more derps. And when I say many more years, I mean it. Eventually, maybe someday, I would like to go full time. If I'm cut out for it, that would be pretty amazing. If I could just do this and like just not have to worry about anything else, that would be like a dream and a half come true. Dream and 3/4 maybe. But yeah, just thank you guys so much. I hope you're enjoying the content and looking forward to the future stuff. I really am. We're on Java Edition now, which I've been trying to get onto for like years. And now we are here. I want to do so many different things. Like maybe someday we'll dip our toes into modded, and maybe we'll try out some adventure maps or some minigame maps or something like that. We're gonna do some adventuring and some experimenting on live streams. I just got a lot of plans. I want to do everything. Like Minecraft has so many possibilities on Java Edition, and I want to do everything. As soon as Replay Mod comes out, I'm gonna be all over that. That is gonna be like super exciting. I like doing the time lapses. I'm just really looking forward to the future of the channel and the future of all the shenanigans that we get up to. And hopefully, again, you guys are as well. And as always, if you have constructive criticism for anything or everything that I do, please do let me know down in the comments or Twitter or Discord, anywhere. I always try and do the best stuff that I can and make the best videos and the best derps that I can, usually. I'm pretty good at making the best derps, I think. Not very smart, usually. But yeah, I should probably stop talking before I get too soppy and like start crying. Anyway, I got the first little layer in. I'm building up the third layer now because I realized I did this incorrectly, and we need to do a little bit of testing with villagers. And by experiment with villagers, I mean villager pathfinding. So basically we need to get some of these farmer guys. I already got 9 of them, I believe. 4, 8, 9. Yeah, so these guys are going to be running all of our crop farms for us. And I believe I have some rails. Basically, we need to make sure that they don't run towards our village that we have up there. Because, of course, we have our villager breeder over yonder. And I need to make sure that this villager breeder proximity is not going to break our farms. Let's put a block right there. And I guess we'll just push this guy down there. I have a slime block, and hopefully he just doesn't run towards the village and actually starts planting and harvesting crops. That would be fantastic. And then we could really crack on with doing this project and make sure that everything works properly and smoothly as well. And for the moment of truth, let's go ahead and break that minecart. Boom. What's he gonna do? He's running around this edge. I don't like that. I don't think that's a good thing. Although, I don't think he has anything in his inventory, so let's go ahead and drop him some potatoes. You gonna pick it up? There we go. Start planting. Maybe. Oh, this isn't a good sign. Rips. Yo, can you start planting? Okay, let's actually, I guess, go turn off the villager breeder, because right now it is technically on, so I guess I'll turn that off and hopefully that fixes his pathfinding. Well, I turned off the breeder and it doesn't look like this guy really is deciding to care that it's off. He just keeps running back and forth and he is not planting crops. Well, but I mean, I looked at it with the camera account. It looked pretty far away. I looked at about 64 blocks. I'm not sure why this guy doesn't care. Maybe if we just give him a little punch. Will that fix him? No. Usually punching things fixes it. Excuse the jankiness, but I've been doing a little bit of testing and the news is not good. So he pathfinds towards the doors when he is in this one, when he is in this one, and when he's down there. So yeah, in order to fix this, I don't think we can build in this entire area. So that's nice. I gave him more potatoes and he still hasn't planted anything. And yeah, so I think the solution to this problem is to remove the doors on our villager breeder. And then when we want more villagers, replace the doors. This is super janky, but like, I think it's about all we really got. I'm not moving that villager breeder. That villager breeder took many hours. Why can I not fly up there? That was weird. Anyway, yeah, we're not moving the villager breeder. We're not moving the villager crop farms, so this is the best solution in a bad situation where I thought we would be totally fine, but apparently not. And thus is Minecraft. Anyway, just gonna remove those doors, and then hopefully everything will start working magically. That would be really nice. Hey, planted! Woo! Okay, cool. That's a good sign. Fantastic! If that did not work, I would literally be at a loss for words because I would have no idea what the problem would be then. But good. So he's planting down there. I just need to finish building up the remainder of these 3 half sections, and then like that. I haven't gotten any of these actual layers completely done yet. It's a complete mess around here. So back on track with actually talking about topics. So I got really distracted talking about 10K and these new villager issues. However, the full story of why I had to move all of a sudden is going to commence right now. So basically on Friday, I got a knock on my door and they were like, hey, you're moving out in like 20 minutes. We got the truck ready to go, trailer. And yeah, I hope you're good to go. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Sure. Let me just pack up literally everything that I own because I was not packed up at all. Luckily, I was actually planning on moving, just like not literally that day with 0 notice. I was planning on moving in a couple of weeks, so that was, you know, a little bit unexpected. So yeah, basically within about 24 hours, I was completely moved out of there because I don't really have much stuff. Luckily, I've moved like 20 times in my life in recent years. Actually, just in like the last 10 years, I think I moved like 20 times. So I've kind of learned to not have that much stuff. It really helps with moving. Honestly, you should try it. Or don't. It's kind of miserable having to move that much. But yeah, so everything was completely moved within about 24 hours. And the room was cleaned. Everything was pretty much good to go on that front. And now I'm at a new place. It is much smaller. It's kind of the same situation, kind of a roommate situation, which is fine. The rent is cheaper, which is really nice, like significantly cheaper. And that is fantastic because money is like not an easy thing to acquire in this world, as you may know. It's just like not a thing that people have. So yeah, lower rent is always nice. And the room is smaller, like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, so I am gonna sound a little bit more echoey. Maybe I'll put up some blankets on the wall, because I'm not like, I can't afford like those nice like foam things. You may have seen those everywhere, like the sound absorbing foam. That would be pretty professional. Don't think I'll ever be able to have those, but those would be good to have in this situation. And yeah, probably just blankets. Blankets would be the good thing to do. To fix this echo, because the echo, I can hear it. I can snap, it like bounces back at me, I can hear it like 5 times. It's bad. So that is kind of the updates for why I was gone for 2 weeks, all of a sudden out of nowhere. If you do follow me on Twitter, or if you're in our Discord server, then you will have seen these updates. I would have been, tweeting this out a lot. I don't really like to do community posts, the YouTube community posts about this kind of thing. I think I did put out one, like, hey, I'm moving, I'll be back soon, hopefully. But yeah, I don't feel like YouTube is really the correct place for it. So follow me on Twitter, or check out our Discord server. Links are in the description, of course, as always. And then you'll know when, like, hey, I'm moving. All of a sudden, there's not gonna be videos for a little while. Oh, also, the landlords were kind of, like, unresponsive when I was trying to get internet. I asked them, like, 7 times when I was, trying to get internet. And they didn't really respond. They were like, oh, I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. Can I get some internet? Anyway, finally got internet, so that's why, didn't have internet for 2 weeks. And that is kind of like the whole story for that. So it was a fun time. All right, so it's a while later now, and I've actually done a ton of work on this thing. Got in a whole bunch of different layers, getting in the storage systems as well, or not really storage systems, storage transportation lines to our storage system, which I haven't hooked up yet. But yeah, this guy is now got free reign on this layer here, and I haven't really explained how this farm works yet, so I guess let's do that now. Can I place some string there? I really cannot see those. But basically, we're gonna have super low light level here in the center of the farm, and that's gonna make it so that whenever he plants a crop right there, it will basically just pop off as soon as he moves from out of the string. The string will give a block update to the crop, and then pop it, and then we have some hopper minecarts underneath that dirt right there, so that'll pick it up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. We just need to put in the lights in here. I believe it's 1, 2, and on the 3rd block, you put in your light block. So 1, 2, and yeah, just doing that on all 4 sides makes it so that crops everywhere around this center 2x2 grows, but these center ones cannot, so they pop off. And as you can see, he's planting them, he moves, and then they get popped, and then they get picked up. So it works pretty fantastic, and this is something that I came up with basically just off of people talking about it. I haven't seen anyone else do it yet, but I've heard a ton of people say like, hey, string pops crops. So I just kind of made a farm while I didn't have internet. So I did something productive. I didn't just play Fallout 4 the entire time. I mostly just played Fallout 4 though. Trying to finish a playthrough of that before Fallout 76 comes out, but that's irrelevant. Anyway, I'm gonna get some more work done on these farms, and there it goes. Did we get the achievement? We did not get the achievement. What? Why? I'm supposed to get the achievement for that. Somewhere in here. Completely use a diamond hoe and then reevaluate your life choices. Oh. Well, I'm reevaluating them now because I didn't get the achievement. Jeez, what a ripoff. So a ton of work has been done and just tilling all these floors, getting the collection systems in, getting all the walls in place, lighting everything up, and this is actually pretty much the final level to really work on. So we can go ahead and take a look at all of the progress that we have done. As you can see, the upper levels are done up here. We got everything tilled. It is looking kind of fantastic. We just need to decorate everything. The middle layers are done as well. We got this guy in here farming. Apparently, I might need to move the pumpkins in a little bit more. And then we got this floor over here. And then just these bottom 3 layers as well. Everything is looking pretty good. We just need to go ahead and get in all of our villagers. And this project will be pretty much complete besides hooking it up to our storage system. And this is the final villager for our carrot crop farms, and that means that all of our villagers are actually in place now. Kind of just skipped doing that on camera because, like, it's just transporting villagers. Everyone's done this. Everyone knows how much of a pain in the butt it is. Can you not break that with a hoe? Strange. Break up the pickaxe. There we go. And we'll throw that guy a couple carrots. And there we go. So everything is now in place. I'm gonna give these guys maybe like another half hour or so, and then I'll actually go in and place in all the string, and then it'll actually start giving us crops. But that should give us a little bit of time, probably not enough time, but a little bit of time to actually hook these things up into the storage system. So right now we have 4 potatoes from that one. That's probably entirely accidental. And then 27 from that one. This is the only one that has a villager actually doing anything, and then this one has nothing at all. Cool, totally what I expected. So we got these 3 separate outputs here, and we need to basically just run these straight into our storage system. What we might do is run them into the same input that we have for this farm right here. So if you guys haven't seen the redstone back here before, it is pretty bog standard, and there's a zombie back here. Hello. But yeah, we'll probably just end up running all of the crops into this stream, which will then go into the storage system, and that'll be pretty simple. Alright, so all the farms are now functionally complete, so I kind of have to be in spectator to actually show you what's happening, because everything is very built underground. But as you can see, all the farms are now completely done, all the farmers are farming things, but there is a little bit of an issue that I'm not entirely sure why is happening. Of course there's always issues with everything, isn't there? So I have the same lighting setup in creative and it works perfectly. However, in this setup here on the server, for some reason these edges right here and the corners do not get enough light to grow crops. So as you can see, these guys are kind of just wasting time trying to plant right here and failing every single time. So yeah, I need to go back through here and add in some more proper lighting. So for our storage solutions, we basically just have hoppers going down the centers of all the farms into these little automatic clocks. So it detects whenever there's an item in here and then automatically shoots it out no matter how many items are in there. We got these water streams here, and then these water streams from the middle and right farm meet up with the left farm, and then these basically just go straight into our storage system. If we're lucky, we should see some crops. Yeah, there we go. We got ourselves some potatoes. These will go up this bubble column here into our main pumpkin water stream, and then this just goes straight into our storage system as well. Now, this is basically a constant flow of crops, so this redstone clock right here is always going to be firing. So what I'm thinking we'll do is probably raise up this entire system. All we really need to do that is to raise up our melon sorters right here, which is not going to be an issue. I'll do that off camera as well, and that should help out with the lag just a little bit because there's not going to be all of this redstone constantly firing. But that is pretty much all there is for our crop farms. Of course, we need to decorate them as well, but I have no idea how I'm going to do that. As per usual, decoration is not my forte. I definitely know that we're going to be putting a sugarcane farm, a massive one, in this space right here. Probably going to line it up with the edge of this farm. So yeah, we're going to have a massive sugarcane farm over there, and that might be when we decorate this hallway. I honestly don't know, but this will probably just get done off camera because decoration just takes a very long time, especially with this build palette and build style. So another thing that I have to be in spectator mode to show you guys is actually the amount of crops that we've gotten from this thing. So they've only been going for a couple hours, and it looks like we already actually got 2 full shulker boxes of potatoes, and then they're starting to back up a little bit. And then we have however many carrots, 18 stacks of carrots. That is not that many carrots. As you saw, they were kind of messing around with the planting, so we need to go in and add those lightings. But that's only from a couple hours, and we already got ourselves a double chest of potatoes and then some carrots as well. Not too shabby whatsoever. So something I just realized we don't have is actually a 2 tall flower farm. So doing this manually is not something that's really enjoyable, so we should definitely get ourselves a little bit of a 2 tall flower farm. And we don't even have all of the 2 tall flowers, do we? Jeez. Anyway, let's turn that into yellow dye. and then we'll have enough dye to actually make some yellow shulker boxes for our potato shulker box filler, because as you saw, that was now out of shulker boxes, and we can tell from our little indicator light right there as well, that's out of shulker boxes as well. Super useful to have. One little regret I do have about our storage system, however, is the fact that we do not have access to the shulker boxes as they are being filled. So as you saw, we had to go into spectator mode to actually access the boxes, which is, you know, not really like a good thing to do. So yeah, we can't open these boxes in survival. It's just not a thing that we can do. So maybe next time around on the storage system, or next time we upgrade our storage system, we can make it so that we can actually have access to these as they are being filled, because it's kind of annoying not having access to it. Kind of locked out of all the materials that you have until you have like a lot of materials, and then you actually start getting like shulker boxes here that you can put on the wall to access. That's kind of my workaround for it. Yeah, it's not very good. Anyway, maybe someday we'll work on that, but just as a word of advice, if you're going to build a system like this, probably do a system where you have access to your shulker boxes. It's really convenient. But I think for that 2 tall flower farm, we can probably squeeze it in, maybe just like right here, or maybe, oh, there's actually a lot more room on this side. Maybe like right here, just barely. All of this is actually like redstone as well. So it's not the most glamorous little 2 tall flower farm in the world, but it should get the job done. We can place in a flower. On top of that, we can close up those things, flick the lever, and we'll just get a ton of things into the shulker box right here, maybe? Possibly? It's not powering the dropper. This thing is in a bad location then. Okay. Well, yeah, we're getting a lot of flowers. So we don't have like an automatic system for feeding it bone meal, but that's fine, because if we did, this thing could actually back up, because we only actually have 1 shulker box of storage. So this lever right here is somehow powering the dropper that's right there. So we'll just go ahead and put this right there. And then we should start getting stuff in here. Yeah, cool. And then there's a dropper right there that's got a ton of stuff in it. Cool beans. So that is fantastic. One thing I will say is that I'm really glad that we haven't actually decorated this room yet, because we added in this little mini smelter, we added in this micro farm, we added in this concrete maker, and now we added in this 2 tall flower farm as well. So yeah, had we already decorated this, getting these 4 or 5 things in here would have been a much more pain in the butt, but we'll get it decorated eventually. I have no idea when, but we will do it when the time is right, I'm sure. And is this thing actually keeping up? It is keeping up. Fantastic. Cool. So we're getting a lot of flowers. I guess another way to use this farm is to literally just stand here, and apparently we're out of bone meal, but if you stand here, then you actually pick up all the flowers and it doesn't go into the hopper, which, by the way, the hopper totally gets backed up even with only 1 dispenser. So I think we need to lower down this shulker box, because this dropper system is not going to work. And now we have just like way too many flowers. This is too many flowers. This is a lot of dye. I don't even have storage for all of this. I'm immediately regretting everything. Everything is regret. But yeah, this thing works very well. Apparently I'm going to keep some flowers in here just for backup storage. And I guess I'll throw the rest of these either into the dye box or into our flower storage up in this box. Oh yeah, we totally got enough room for all this stuff up there. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and clean out all of these slots, and then we can fill these up with the sunflowers, which is what's supposed to go there anyway. Cool, so we do have storage for it. No more regret. Fantastic. But that is pretty much that little project done. I'm not really prioritizing decoration at the moment. Decoration, it'll get done when it gets done. I'm more focusing on functionality at the moment. Once we got everything functional, we can then decorate it like how we've done with this system, which, by the way, we still need to improve a little bit. We'll get to that eventually as well. And now that we have our crop farms in place, we can finally truly kick this 20 pair villager breeder into action and really get a ton of villagers. It's going to help with tons of different projects and shops and all kinds of stuff. So we got a whole shulker box of potatoes here. We're just going to go ahead and drop all of this in here. That's 18, 19, and 20 stacks. That should be 1 stack of potatoes per villager. And it looks like they got picked up all the way to here. That's cool. This guy does have its doors again, and he is up. So I guess we'll just go ahead and throw the rest of these in there. And we should start to see these guys start breeding, which should be fantastic. Cool beans. They're breeding. That is good. And now we can just permanently power this thing because we have our crop farms. Although, again, when we want our crop farms to run, we have to remove the doors. When we want this thing to run, and we have to put the doors back. It's not the best system ever, but it should work. And might as well just throw in the second shulker box of potatoes. It's not gonna hurt anything, I hope. And yeah, that should be more potatoes than they really need, and that should give us a ton of villagers. Even if it is just slowly producing them, we'll still get a ton of villagers from this. And yeah, it looks like that is a few more than they really need, which is great. What was that? Oh, hi! Literally a phantom out of nowhere. Get out of here. Oh, hi, there's a lot of phantoms. Why did I not hear you guys? Like, seriously. I have 500 levels. Thank you very much. I do not plan on losing these. At least not without a fight. And it looks like they ran away. Good, smart decisions on their part. Get out of here, dude. Jeez. So a pretty easy way to fight these guys is just let them swoop under here. Oh wow, I'm actually about to die. Let them swoop under and then just kind of get them stuck on that ceiling, and then you can just smack them. Not too shabby, actually. Not too shabby at all. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. They're so cute. They don't know what glass is. So adorable. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. They kind of just follow you back and forth. I'm having way too much fun with the phantoms. Oh my god. They look like one of those weird vacuums. I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of weird. Well, that wasn't a terrible phantom hunting session. We got 30 membranes and 3 phantom heads. That's pretty cool. And let's see what that looks like. I'm a zombie pig person with a weird head. That's about typical, isn't it? We also got a ton of baby villagers. Like, that's an absolute load of baby villagers. So that's awesome. Cannot wait for those guys to grow up and then have to sort through all of them. And that's going to be fun. And then hopefully we'll get a lot more just villagers in our trading hall. I still need to go through all of these guys, trade with them all, mark out all the trades. And that'll be most of our trading hall completely done. And once we get that done, we can really do a lot of different things with enchantments and selling enchantments and enchanting items after you guys and just all kinds of amazing stuff. And that is going to do it for this episode, everyone. I hope you guys are glad that I'm back. I'm super happy to be back. Not having internet for like 20 seconds is extremely torturous, but 2 weeks, I seriously nearly lost my entire mind. It seriously almost flew out the window. Like, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please do leave a like. Helps out the video, helps out the channel, tells me you guys want to see more episodes in the future. And yeah, if you guys are new here, maybe consider subscribing as well so that you don't miss the next episode. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I'll see you down in the comment section and in the next video. And then there was silence.